Do you normally get negative, nasty, disrespectful, angry people in your face and in your dimension when you're trying to date someone, a man or a woman or a potential mate? Are these people turning out to be negative and nasty and not what you thought they were? Well, guess what? You created them. You created them. So we're going to go into some esoteric knowledge today, ladies and gentlemen, and it's going to be dealing with mastering self and manifesting what you desire in your dimension. Y'all ready to do this? I'm yours truly, Diva Lyri, for the UNA University. We own it, doggone it.
University for me.
Yes, yes, yes.
UNA. Welcome to your paradise, the place you long for all your life. UNA University, manifesting all your dreams. With paradise, your land is home. Writing contracts on your own. Protect your loved ones every day. Knowledge goes a long, long way. UNA University for me. UNA.
Yeah. All right, let's do this thing. Yours truly, Diva Lyri in the house. Asata, Halo, Genevieve, thank you for joining. I'm yours truly, Diva Lyri. We're going to go over. This is an open session, by the way. Open session, May 9th, 2022, the day after Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all of you all. Thank you so much, AC. We're going to get into this thing today. I'm yours truly, Diva Lyri. UNA University for me. UNA University, yes, yes, yes. All right, let's go into this thing. The title of this session is called Stop Creating Monsters. Stop creating monsters. Now, I got a little bit of time to talk to you all before I go into my Mastery of Self session, which is on Mondays. We got the Mastery of Self session, which is basically where we're dealing with getting yourself under trust. But we go a little bit deeper in this Mastery of Self because we're actually dealing with universal laws and hierarchy of laws, and we go deep into them in some of the esoteric knowledge that we are not taught. So I wanted to take this opportunity today to go into some things that we have not been taught with respect to what's going on in this dimension. Now, I got to take this all the way back to the words. Y'all know the saying, some of y'all have heard it. In the beginning, there was the word. All right. Let's understand what that means. In the beginning, there was the word, and the word was God. And you all know what I'm talking about. Why is that? Because everything starts with the word. We've forgotten, because we're in this third dimension and we're, this is tangible and this is tangible, so those are real. Well, the real is the words. And y'all need to start understanding that. The real is the words. Every letter is a word. Every letter is a word. Every letter has a meaning. Every letter has a frequency. All right. So when you get two letters together, that's a compound word. So when we're talking about syllables, those are words. Now, I'm not going to go deep into that today because we can break down words and what the syllables mean. But I need y'all to just understand the basics of words and how powerful and how important it is that you control them. All right. So let's get into this now. When we're talking about creating your future, y'all got to remember and understand that the future is now. The past is now. The present is now. Right here. So whatever you speak is whatever you're going to manifest. What is Diva talking about? What? I don't get it. All right, listen. I titled this session Stop Creating Monsters because we've got to recognize that we're creating monsters with our words. What does that mean? When you speak on certain things, that's what you manifest. Let me rephrase that. Whatever you speak on is what you manifest. So when you're constantly speaking on certain type of beings, you're manifesting them into your future. So when I say that, for example, women, you're hearing a lot of males that are being disrespectful and bashing women. Well, the last thing you want to do is to keep speaking on them, because you are feeding them. You are manifesting them into your future. So let's understand how this goes. For example, your subconscious only understands what you speak. And whatever you speak is what it's going to manifest. Now, people say, well, I'm speaking on what I don't want. Well, your subconscious does not understand not. It only understands that topic that you're speaking on. So whatever you're speaking on, it creates that image. Let me give you an example. Nonviolence, and this is an example I use all the time because it's very simple. Saying I am nonviolent is different than saying I am peaceful. Nonviolent and peaceful are two totally different things. When you say nonviolent, I get it. You say, no, I don't want violence. I don't want, no, but your subconscious understands she wants violence because that's what you have spoken. So if you're wanting peace, only speak peace. That's it. Don't say the other thing, because your subconscious doesn't understand no or none or don't. It only understands that subject that you spoke on, violence. This is why we've got to come to understand what our subconscious really does and how it operates. This is a problem that we haven't been taught this. Nobody sent us down here with a manual. Well, I'm trying to give it to you. So listen, pay attention. Pay attention. So that you stop creating monsters in your future. So as soon as you speak something right here, I want peace, I desire peace, then that's what you're manifesting in your future. But the minute you start speaking on somebody, let's say somebody back here did something or said something disrespectful, and you constantly going on over here, oh, he this and he's that. See, I don't like to say it, because again, I'm not manifesting that. He's this and he's that. And you're talking over here, you're constantly manifesting that in your future. What we have to do is learn how to counteract, because it is in our nature to go off on something that has upset us or frustrated us, instead of turning it and making it a positive thing. So these are some examples that I want to put down today. And if y'all have any comments or questions or thoughts or disagreements, I want you to put them in the comment section so that I can get to them before I get out of here. So what we want to do is work on and learn how to flip that. When somebody is coming at us with something negative and disrespectful, we need to learn how to flip that such that we're working it in the positive in our future. You don't like something over here, you need to learn how to flip your nature. What am I saying? It's natural to want to go in on them. It's natural to want to say, oh, he did this and it. We got to flip that. We're going to go into that today. Well, first we need to understand what's going on with our subconscious, why it is that we are the ones who are manifesting these monsters that we're finding in our present. We're manifesting them. We're going to stop manifesting them and start manifesting what we desire. If that man or woman or those men or women that you're constantly meeting are not up to your standards, you need to understand they only there because you created them. They're going to learn how to create what you desire. You don't have to get rid of them. You just change yourself, and then the ones that you desire will show up. Let me say this again. You don't have to get rid of them. You only need to change yourselves, and the one that you will desire, that's the one. Those are the ones that are going to show up in your future. Change yourself, and a whole set of beings, a different set of beings are going to show up in your future. That's how it works. It doesn't work by you trying, well, you need to be like this and he need to be like that and they need to know. You change yourself And everybody in your dimension will show up the way that you manifested them to show up. That's how it is. All right. So we're going into this esoteric knowledge today and understanding that. Once again, if you have any questions or comments, thank you all for joining us. Amanda, Carlton, Carleone, Darlene, thank you all for joining us. So let's get into this. Now, once again, I always go through the universal laws. If you all don't have those, go to unarepublic.com/docs. DOCS. D as in David, O as in Oscar, C as in Charlie, S as in Sam, all lowercase. unarepublic.com/docs. Download the universal laws. All right, this is very important. Now, one of the things we have to understand is that everybody in our dimension is only reflecting us. They are our reflection. When you start to recognize that, then you start to control your future. This is how you start to manifest. Recognizing everybody in your dimension. Listen, I get this. You see somebody who's a jerk and you're thinking, oh, no, some people just buttholes, Diva. No, that's not me. When you learn to sit down and talk to your spirits, again, I need y'all to understand, yes, I deal in law. I deal in all laws. And the highest law is the universal law. And when I'm talking about a spiritual undertaking or spirits, I'm talking about universal laws and energies. All right. So y'all need to get this. These are laws I'm speaking. This ain't mumbo jumbo. This ain't no religious stuff. This is the basis of what this dimension is about. All right. So in the universal laws, what it speaks on is that we are all reflections, that everything in our dimension is reflecting us. Now, I've spoken on this in the past about how energies work and how you can see when people are reflecting you or returning an energy. That's what we mean when we say reflections. They are returning an energy. So now when you put out an energy, sometimes we're not even aware of an energy that we put out. We're not aware of how we have made someone feel. And so we've got to become cognizant of it. Now, I'm going to give you an example. Let's say someone comes to you and they ask you for directions. All right. And you, at this time, you rushed. You're like, nah, I don't have time for that. I got time. I don't know. And then you push them off. That's an energy you just put out. And that energy has to be returned to you. So now, within a week later, within a week, 10 days, you're out and you need directions for something. You need directions from someone. You're trying to get somewhere. Yes, I'm trying to go to, and they treat you like you the dirtiest bomb on the street. No, I don't have time. And you don't recognize that this person who you just asked for direction is reflecting the energy that you put out over here. This is how it always is, but because we don't recognize our energies, we don't understand when we're putting energies out and when they're coming back to us. So y'all have to become cognizant when somebody is in your dimension and they're giving you an energy. I know you thought, oh, he is a butthole, honey. He is. But you forgot about how you put that energy out. All right. That's the first thing we need to learn to recognize. All right. Why? People are reflecting us. It's the same thing in a relationship. It's the same thing. When someone wants to come to me and talk about, oh, he was a cheater and he was a liar and he was they don't understand. You telling me about who you are. No, not me, Diva. He was the cheater. And then as soon as we get to talking 10 minutes later, they telling me about how they cheated on somebody else in another relationship. How they were disrespectful to someone else in another relationship. Yeah, the one who you were with, they are just reflecting you. And I get it that we haven't learned how to see these things. Again, I'm trying to give you the insight so that you can understand where energies come from, so that you can learn how to control what you're manifesting in your future. Yeah. He is your reflection. She is your reflection. if she's giving you this energy, it is because you put it out. Now, here's the other thing that's very important about learning how to manifest. You have to be true to self. You have to be true to self. What does that mean? Don't be acting like a victim and not wanting to see the dirt that you put out. This is one of the biggest problems. A lot of people don't want to face what they've done to someone else. They want to act like, oh, no, I was a victim. I had a right to do that. No, I had to. And then when they get the energy back, they don't want to respect the fact that you got the energy because you put it out over here. Y'all, I hope y'all listening. This the money. Everybody be coming to me talking, Diva, I want to acquire a house and I want to buy some land. And I want to do this. When you get this part down, there is nothing that you can ask for that the universe won't provide for you. This the real stuff. This the real money right here. I hope y'all paying attention. Pay attention. All right. So in understanding that this person who you've been dating is really reflecting you, they are only your reflection. When you start to understand that and you are true to self and recognize, okay, I put this energy out somewhere else, then I need to make sure I watch myself. All right. So now we're recognizing that people are our reflection. Now you need to start understanding how you're bringing things into your future. You're bringing things into your future or your present. All right, let's understand that. The same way this person here has treated you dirty in this relationship, for example, you brought them into your life by what you did to somebody else in a past relationship. You brought them. When they're treating you in a certain way, they're only giving you an energy that you have put out, you have created with your actions at another time in the past. All right. So with that same token, when you speak something, it's the same. When you speak something, you're putting it into your future. The same way when you made those actions and you were disrespectful to this being in this relationship, a future relationship came up where they treated you the same way. Now, for those of you all who are still in your victim state and you're not willing to recognize, well, I can't say that I was perfect. You think you perfect. And it's like, oh, well, he was just terrible to me. No, you in your victim state. You still not ready to recognize your own ish. When you're ready to recognize it, then you're going to start learning to master self. You can't master self in a victimized state. And the reason why you think you're a victim is because you don't understand the true laws, the universal laws. When you get those down, you understand you're not a victim. You put some energy out. And you can only receive that energy that you put out. Now, when you've done right by somebody, you treated them well, then you're going to get a relationship in the same way. So, in understanding that and recognizing that, the same way you put actions out in the past and they manifest in your present is the same way when you speak, you're putting something out in the future. Now, we want to make sure that whatever we speak on, that is positive, such that it manifests positively in the future. Because if you're speaking about, oh, well, he was a this and he was a that, then that's going to come up in your future. You're going to see that again. So only speak about the positive. How do we do that, Diva? Because he was dirty, he was this and he was that. This is how you do it. Pay attention now. This is how you do it. When you encounter, let's give an example. You're out and you're trying to get into a restaurant. And the guy, let's say he lets the door slam on you. He goes in the door and, you're thinking he's going to maybe hold the door up a little bit, but he just let the door slam on you. And you're thinking, instead of going off, oh, these men ain't, but don't, That's not how you do it. You say, it will sure be nice when men learn to have chivalry again. Don't speak on the negative. As much as is in you to go off, as much as is in you to go off, because you think this guy is whatever you think he is. Don't speak it. Only speak on what you desire for him to be. I desire for men to at least pay attention, or women, people, period, to pay attention to who's behind them and be courteous. It doesn't even matter if it's a male or female, because even for me, I'm going to hold the door open for somebody. But what you have to also recognize is whatever energy you just got, you put it out somewhere else. Him letting the door slam on you, you let the door slam on somebody else. It ain't no likely that's an energy. I know. See, here's the thing. When you understand that everything is a frequency, everything is a number, that everything is an energy, and that the universe only works in balance and returning energies. When you get that, then all of this stuff is going to become much simpler. So remember, instead of you, when that door gets slammed on you, being upset and angry, we need to learn how to be courteous to each other and look out behind us to see if somebody, that's going to be great when that happens. That's it. Avoid speaking on the negative. The same token, when you see males, for example, when they are being disrespectful to women and they're saying whatever negative things that they have to say, don't give that energy. Because again, when you give it energy, see, I need y'all to understand that y'all are spiritual beings. We forget that. We just think, we in this third dimension. We just, whatever I say, it don't really have any effect. No, you're a spiritual being. And then as soon as you speak, it affects your entire universe. You are a spiritual being. And as soon as you speak a word, anything, it affects your entire universe. So when you speak and you have these guys that you see that are being negative and disrespectful, you don't go and repeat. You don't go and share what the heck they said. You don't go on their YouTube and give them more views and be watching all the videos and the commercials on there and giving and helping them to pay their way through whatever they going through in their life. You don't do that. You don't give them energy. And then what you want to speak? The men that come in my life are very respectful to women, and they understand and respect what our role is. The men that come into my life are respectful and deserving of my love. Period. Don't even speak on it, because as soon as you speak on it, they got to show up because you spoke them. They have to show up. And so what I'm saying to you is we have been giving beings a lot of energy where we're not supposed to be giving them energy. If you don't want them to show up, you don't go to their YouTube feed. You don't go to their Facebook. You don't share their information when it's negative with other people, because you have affected your entire universe. You have manifested them into your future. Don't do it. They in your future. Because as I've said before, a lot of these people y'all talking about, they don't even show up in my feed at all for no reason. Because I don't even manifest them. I don't give them energy. My people don't give them energy. The people who I deal with, they are so far above that, we don't even see that. These people got to be really pumping out some juice in order for me, the people who I deal with, to really know who they are. Because we don't feed them. So the men that show up in my dimension are very respectful, loving beings. Very respectful. They know who they are. They respect the woman. They respect themselves. They respect their nature. They are some loving beings. Those are the men who show up in my future and show up in my presence. Those are the ones who show up in my inbox. Those are the ones who are in my the university. Those are the ones who I deal with. Loving beings who respect women. So if you are constantly getting these kind of things coming through your feed, when you're getting these things coming in your inbox and these men are showing up in your life in this way, or women, I'm talking to you brothers. If these type of beings are showing up in your face, then you need to check yourself, because you are manifesting them. Who are you? If you are constantly talking about and dissing men, then you got to understand that the men that show up in your face are going to be disrespectful to women. They are only your reflection. So if you're telling me about a man who's, these men don't love women, they whatever the heck you saying, I know who you are. I know who you are. I know what you have said about the male. You got to learn to love your brother. Because if you don't learn to love him, then he's going to try to take you out the same way you're trying to take him out. But when you speak love on him, those are the men that show up in your life. Because your words have created your entire universe. So I'm going into, as I spoke about Wednesday, fifth dimension, sixth dimension, seventh dimension, eighth dimension. What are they? How do we affect them? What do they mean? What does that mean? We're going into it. Because this is that esoteric knowledge that we have not been taught. We don't understand who we are as spiritual entities and how to manifest and affect your entire dimension. We in the fifth dimension. And especially, there are powers that are turning on within us, DNA that is turning on within us. And y'all, because you're not recognizing how powerful you are, you're hurting yourself. So as we go into this fifth dimension, my goal is to make sure I give you information of how to utilize your new powers so that you don't destroy yourself. Let me rephrase that. We're going to learn how to utilize your powers so that you manifest what you desire in your future. You're going to learn how to utilize your powers so that you manifest what you desire in your future. All right. So again, we're dealing with learning, again, as I titled this, Stop Creating Monsters. Yeah, you're going to start creating the beings that you desire to see in your future. I mean, this goes into rewriting your entire DNA. That's what this information goes into, rewriting your entire DNA, because your DNA is a contract. Again, how do you rewrite it? With your words. In the beginning, there was the word. And when you start learning to speak the right things, you start redeveloping your entire universe. Your entire DNA changes. So we got to get into that. Thank y'all for joining me. I'm going to take some questions. Let me see if I have any questions in here before I get up out of here. Those of you all joining me in the UNA University today, go on and load up into the what do we call it? The mastery of self, because this is about mastering self. All right. When you master self, then you can start creating or designing your own universe, this third dimension, what y'all call the third dimension, to be what you want it to be. We're in the fifth dimension, really. We're going into it. Because all of this DNA is turning on within you. All of these powers are turning on within you. You got to know how to use them so that you can manifest what you desire, as opposed to manifesting something other than what you desire. All right. I'm going to take some I saw a few comments. I'm going to get in here and take some questions. And I want to thank everybody for joining us. Thank you for joining. Once again, I'm yours truly, Diva Lyri. If you haven't done so, for my people on YouTube, check us out at UNA America on Facebook. UNA America on Facebook. Join with us on there. And I'm going to get into these questions, see if I have any questions about this fifth dimensional walk is what I'm going to call it. The fifth dimensional walk. So once again, y'all ask me if y'all have any comments or questions, disagreements. I want to hear them. Any thoughts? I want to hear them. So this season, while I'm getting this to load up, we have Mastery of Self and our Bankers 2 Unlocking the Vault. So I'm just really proud of all the students of UNA. I really am. And I thank you all for being so wonderful. You make, you make me wanting to come into the session such a beautiful thing, because really when I first got into this, honestly, I didn't want to be even thought of as a teacher of any sort. But, the people who I deal with, you make it so wonderful. You make it desirable for me to continue to put this information out, because it can be draining. But just having beautiful people around you, that makes a big difference. All right, so now, who we got? Asata, hello. Happy Mother's Day to all of you guys, all of you women out there. All right, liked and shared from Boston, Massachusetts. AC, salute. Thank you for joining us. All right, let's see. God in her from speaking is beautiful wisdom. Carleon Hall, thank you, brother. Mirror on the wall. That's right. Mirror on the wall. AC, for real. Everything is a reflection of us. And let me say this before I get out of here. When we're talking about mirrors, I need y'all to understand. I have another session that's going to be coming up, and it's talking about how the power is being turned back on this planet. Originally, there was a grid set up on this entire planet that everybody have free energy. The energy flowed across this planet freely. All right. Someone has stepped in and cut that power source off. Now the energy is being turned back on this planet. And you got to understand, if it's being turned back on this planet, it's being turned back on within you. You are a planet. So again, when I talk about the DNA being turned on, DNA coming on within you, and then there's a DNA on this planet that's being unveiled, is coming back on grid, and that includes a power within you. As is without, so is within. Those are universal laws. Y'all better get with them. This is where the money is. So everything is a mirror of you. Everything. This planet is mirroring, or whatever is going on this planet mirrors what is going on within your vessel. Y'all got to understand the spiritual nature of this, and then the money is easy to deal with and overcome. Because the big deal is the mindset. When you get your mindset right, there is nothing that you want that you can't have when you have the right mindset. But with the wrong mindset, you can forget it. And somebody can give you all the money in the world, you're still going to find a way to jack it up. Get the mindset right, and there's nothing that you want that you can't have. Here we go, Adam. I've been married for 36 years, all right? And you are giving some good knowledge. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Adam. I was just thinking about somebody like Adam. You know, the people who give, you see people who write books. They've been married for like 2 years. They want to tell you about how to love. It's like, get real. Talk to me when you've been married for 10 or more years. And here's Adam. Adam is 36 years in the game. Thank you, Adam. And I hope that this information finds everybody well as well. But I appreciate Adam speaking on that and putting out his the fact that he's been married for 36 years. That's interesting. I'd love to do a session with you on that, if you're willing. If you're willing, Adam, to do a session on being married for 36 years and what that's like. Roz says, thanks for the encouragement. Thank you, Roz, for joining us. Adam, ley lines equal Earth's grids system. Yes, thank you, Adam. One grows into love. One grows into love. Thank you. So we need to understand what love truly is. That's another session, a whole other topic in itself. What is love? What we've been taught is love is not love. But I won't go into that now because I got a session to go into, Mastery of Self. Listen, I want to thank you all for joining me. This is the esoteric knowledge that we're not taught. And this is where the money is. Malhub, hey Malhub says, Islam, you always put me on higher frequency when I tune in. Thank you, Malhub. I appreciate that. And I want to tell you all, I really do appreciate those of y'all who do tune in. Y'all some beautiful people. Y'all just my reflection. What can I say? We just beautiful like that. But I thank y'all. Thank you seriously, because you all keep me going. You all inspire me to continue doing what I do. And you give me the desire to come back and continue. So thank you. I hope y'all getting this information. All right. This is the real money. And when you keep your spiritual energies high, this whole paperwork game is going to be easy. It's going to be easy. You're going to be able to acquire whatever you desire. Acquire whatever you desire. Keep your spiritual energy right. Your vibratory frequency higher. When your vibratory frequency is high, you can't be denied, all right? So, Diva Lyri, I want y'all to know I love you. I thank you. Load up in the Mastery for Self, a Mastery of Self seminar. If y'all want to be a part of the seminar, go to unauniversity.com. I love y'all. I'm out. Bye.
Diva. Place you long for all your life. UNA University. Manifesting all your dreams. With paradise, your land is home. Writing contracts on your own. Protect your loved ones every day. Knowledge goes a long, long way.